We live. Oh man, what's up, y'all? Guess what I found out in the gutter? I found Dee on 247. Tell everybody where you been at. She was deep in the trash can. Had to get her out. But no, this is, Dee and Hundred. You know what I'm saying? Talking sports, nothing but all sports, everything sports. It might be a bi-weekly show. No, the JOH sports show is still in effect. This is something that, we just plan to do on our own. So, introduce yourself to everybody since you've been gone.
I don't have to introduce myself. Everybody know who I am. Dee and 247. They still want to call me Xbox Queen, but I disavowed that name. I'm not the Xbox Queen no more.
I already know how I am. Mr. Keep
it's
it
cool. They still call me that. I'm just chirping. They still call me that.
But we ain't here talking about sports, nothing but sports. You got, we got gaming questions and all that shit. Getting late on all our different podcasts we got already. So what's on your mind with the sports joints?
Well, first and foremost, I just wanted to let everybody know that I've been planning to come back for about a few months now, maybe longer. Couldn't really think on what I wanted to do. I wanted to, ease off the whole gaming thing because honestly, I like gaming, but the game is just as far as the YouTube channel wise, and it's not, my call anymore. So a lot of people told me go ahead and do the sports podcast. So that will be my new channel starting hopefully next week. I'm waiting on our boy Jay Will, to finish up some stuff on my channel. So then that's when we're gonna get that popping. But far as what's on my mind with the sports wise, I want to start off with UFC. I don't know if I wish that the local channels, but I did catch a lot of it on Twitter. Our boy did lose. Our Cleveland boy did lose. I feel some type of way. But the crazy thing is, I didn't know he was fighting DC. When I saw yesterday that he was gonna fight, because it's hard for me to keep up with UFC because mostly me and you on the basketball, football, and then around this time, during the NBA offseason, we really heavy on baseball. He was fighting DC and oh boy, knocked him out. I'm like, what the heck? Now, what you think of that, Bone?
Cormier, man, Cormier. I'm not a super, how can I say, UFC sports. Break down everybody, but I know Cormier lost his last fight against Jock Jones, and Jock was off them steroids and shit.
You know what? Wasn't he?
And so
he fought Jones once. He lost to Jones. Then he wanted a rematch, right?
No, they were supposed to fight twice, and then Jock, I think, fell and hurt one time, and he fell to drug test twice.
Oh, okay. I thought he ended up fighting.
So when they finally fought, that was like, you know what I'm saying? They was just ready to go. But the guy that he fought, I didn't know nothing about him. Yeah, I didn't know who he was fighting. I didn't know where that dude was from. Like I don't keep up. I don't keep up with it like that.
Cause you LA boys on them boys. He is from Cleveland. Remember? I believe it was the first year LeBron came back. That year we lost the finals. We won. Our D League team, I think, was some team. No, our hockey team, our I don't know how to say it, ASL team won the championship, and then that was his first title, and he held on to the title for about 3-4 years exactly. Yeah, he is directly here from Cleveland, Ohio. And I'm gonna be real with you. Before I even heard him, period, when he won or anything, I didn't know nothing of him, period. I didn't know we had anybody from Ohio who was currently in the UFC. But like I was telling somebody before, if I knew he was fighting DC, I would have instantly was like, no, he gonna lose that fight. DC a big boy. He's a big boy. He can fight.
Well, them heavyweights. So
yeah.
So
I
he
was
called out
like,
Brock, I heard last night. So Brock
oh,
is
Jesus.
officially leaving the WWE, where he wasn't a hell of a wrestler. And maybe, you know, Brock Lesnar ain't been shit for a while. I guess it's to sell tickets. You know, it's just to sell tickets, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't got McGregor ain't fought in a while. You know, that used to bring, you know, Ronda's wrestling now. So it's some good fighters in the UFC. It just, you know, like they got UFC 277 one week, UFC 3000 another one. It's too hard for me to keep up
Mm.
with it. I might go to find one of my
You know,
my
I'm
boy
not too big on
Matty Hank
UFC.
come on
Only
the show.
old girl. What's that old girl? No, Mr. Want to keep failing drug tests. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know how you make the millions. Then next thing you do, you just doing all this type of whatever, and then you just knock yourself out. I think that's stupid. Uh, what was old girl that read her mouth so much, but then got knocked out like in 2 seconds? Where she been at? Real great female. I forgot her name because dang, what is her name? Matter of fact, she left UFC and she went to
I'm talking about Ronda Rousey.
yeah, Rousey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Her, I didn't know too many UFC fighters, but even with our type, I kind of knew he was gonna lose that fight. I knew it was soon gonna end up losing the belt. I believe he did lose the belt last night. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you know he held on to it for a few years. He put our city back on the map one in UFC. So everybody was saying like, you know how we took LeBron Bill he did. Everybody's trying to find a replacement. You know, some people from the city was confirming that it would be a good idea to put Francisco Lindor. You know, he's our all-star who played for the Indians. But I said, forget picking somebody from one of the teams. Go ahead and put up the UFC boy. Shoot, he don't play for no team. Just go ahead and put his poster, a nice aggressive poster as well, because he is a fighter. So I think that's a pretty smooth idea.
Yeah. Let's see. I watch a lot of sports, but I usually watch it when they go prime time. I can tell you about boxing, but
Oh,
I
God.
can't tell you about UFC
Boxing
like
is
that.
irrelevant. Anywho, let's jump into the summer league. Who are you impressed with so far in the NBA summer league? I don't know if you've been able to catch some of it. I've caught.
I ain't watch it all. I watched my Lakers, so that's the only person I watched them. I watched Trey Young today,
Oh God,
and you know,
don't
I've
get
been,
on
I
my boy
watched,
Trey
I've
Young
been,
just yet. I don't care what
yeah, no,
nobody say.
I watched him. I watched highlights of old boy from Phoenix. You
Okay,
know, Alton. You know what I'm
Aiden,
saying?
DeAndre
Yeah,
Aiden.
Aiden Alton. Yeah, I watched him. You know, so I've been watching highlights when I can. But
Yeah,
you know,
well, who are you impressed with so far on the Lakers? I didn't catch the Lakers last night because they started kind of late,
uh,
and I was as soon as I lay down in bed, you know, I'll be gone. But who are you? Because I know Kyle Kuzma, they didn't put him in it this year, and I don't blame them because Kyle Kuzma showed out so good during the regular season. He's kind of progressing himself into his own, you know. There's no point of putting him in the NBA Summer League. But anybody stand out so far on the
the two
Lakers?
rookies. The two rookies.
Is Josh Hart playing?
Yeah, Josh Hart's playing. Josh Hart's ball to the wall. Josh Hart's ball to the wall. But I get scared because you know you might just tweak that ankle and it might be over with him.
Yeah.
But he's been balling. Uh, you know, the rookie that we got out from Michigan, he like a hog. I guess they trying to make him our Draymond Green, but
Okay.
he can play. He a dog. He a hog. He ain't scared of nobody. You know, dude hit him on his chest. He put him on his ass like you know
Oh.
punk. Um, you know,
Hey,
then
let's
we got
get this
another
straight
rookie.
though. Don't get me wrong. These summer league boys be balling so hard. It makes the NBA look so bad. I was watching Golden State versus Houston today. They rough. But you know what? I like it. It's competitive, it's physical. That's the way the NBA should be.
But see, they playing for a job. They just playing for some little
Of
for a little
course.
thing. They playing for a job. So that's what's different between them. And then a lot of teams don't have a lot of space. Only person that's really guaranteed a spot to a certain extent is the first round. If you was a first rounder, second rounder, they might
The
sign
first
you
round pick.
and your ass going straight to the G League for a loan. And then they come up when they felt like to bring you up and down. Um,
Yeah. Somebody else pick you
uh,
up.
so, or they just let you go flat rate, especially if another team wants you. People
Yeah.
don't understand. Sometimes is if you're cool and they know that you bust your ass, they'll release you because they already know that you're gonna get signed by somebody else right away. So, it's like they going. I'm looking at it like that's real college foot basketball. What I'm looking at in the summer league.
Yeah.
That's what college basketball is supposed to be because these motherfuckers is fighting. They ain't sitting there like let me go play half the season, then let me go play in the tournament. Then I know I'm gonna get picked because of my size or who I play for, or who my coach is.
Yeah. Well, definitely. Yeah. Well, so far I am somewhat impressed about how hard and physical they are playing, and in some leagues to fight for their job. There's nothing wrong with it. There's started out to me, but I'll get to that. But my main thing with the summer league is some of the younger guys and the people who really trying to fight for a job. They're not necessarily letting the game come to them. Like example, I don't know if you was actually catching the Houston game that we were just watching. I mean, those guys just jacking up any type of shot. I'm like, dang, man. Like, this ain't gonna get you on a roster. But, most of them nervous, really hungry for a job. So they start off rusty like that for a few minutes. But far as being very impressed, I did catch our Cavs. Um yesterday. I did see some of our first round pick, number 8 pick, Colin Sexton. I did watch Zizic, and that's somebody I really want to touch on, especially for the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think his name's Ante Zizic. I don't know what he is, but boy can play. He is the 6'11" center that we got in the Isaiah Thomas Kyrie Irving trade from Boston. And I didn't know his footwork was that good. That boy got some footwork. And he was just killing these guys down low in the post and the paint. A couple days ago, he had 16, I think 12 rebounds. And yesterday he had 25 and 12, 11. I'm like, my goodness, why weren't we playing him? And
But yeah,
he was
see,
just
sometimes sometimes you find that diamond in the rough. He might be a good player. Like you say, he got the time to play with grown men. That just like old boy from the 76ers, uh, they point guard. I don't consider him a rookie of the year because what you got the chance to live an NBA life, playing or not. You said you can get on the road with him. You know how practice is. You know how lifestyle is. Where somebody else comes in like saying Donovan Mitchell, he ain't never played no 80. He don't know what 82 games look like. So like you say, your boy, he was more impressed because it's
to
like
understand.
his body his body is he knew how to get his body right. You know what I'm saying? You know how
Right.
to get his body right, and like I say, he has great footwork. So maybe we'll put him down in G League and make his footwork right. You know what I'm saying, this and that, and maybe sometimes it's just even like in the NFL. Sometimes shit goes too fast. And maybe he needs to
Yeah.
go down where slow it down.
Yeah. Well, I am impressed with the Phoenix Suns number 1 overall pick, DeAndre Ayton. He's playing really good basketball in the summer league, and I expect him to. I ain't gonna say I expect him to be a star at the jump, but he's gonna be really good for the Phoenix Suns organization, along with Devin Booker, who just got seriously paid. What was it, like 5 years, 153 million?
58,
Ridiculous. 58
58.
million extension with the Suns. And I'm happy he did resign that extension with the that system so perfect. Whether it's off the ball or with the ball in his hand, he fits with them so right. And him, Josh Jackson, and Aiden, to mess with. And I was telling somebody earlier, I think I was talking to K Mega, do not sleep on the Phoenix Suns in the playoffs. It's a lot of things is up in the air with both conferences, not just Western as well. because it's a lot of young teams that have really great pieces. Then they added Trevor Ariza, if Brandon Knight stay healthy, that might be a great thing for them. I'm kind of upset that Elfrid Payton did not stay with the Phoenix Suns. He would have fitted that system perfectly fine, and they automatically, in my eyes, easily would have been in the playoffs if Elfrid Payton at least would have stayed with them. A pure point guard who get Devin Booker, Ayton, and Trevor Ariza. No, Josh Jackson is not a good shooter. He's more of an athletic. He's more like a slasher type of athletic type of small forward. And he would have fitted that system perfect. So I'm really impressed with A and what he's done so far in the summer league. And his buddy, what's his buddy name? Is it Michael Bridges? Who was the second overall pick again? The guy with the afro. He got drafted, I believe, to some Sacramento Kings. He's I'm not sleeping on him as well. He's gonna be really good. Now, yesterday I do think he struggled with the percentages. Like he was like 5 of maybe like 13 or something. But he did put up, a little under 20 points. He gonna be really good too. I was impressed with him. He's very aggressive, very hungry.
Hungry, but a lot of them used to winning, and you got to go get used to losing, at least to something can get put together. Like if I was Phoenix, it's running gun.
Oh yeah,
get the ball, let's go. Get the ball, let's go. And we're gonna try to learn how to play some defense. Because right now they're gonna have zero defense.
Boom. If they would have kept Peyton and you got Ayton already, they would have been something pretty okay defensively. Because Devin Booker don't really play no defense. I'm not too sure about Josh Jackson. haven't watched him.
Yeah, but they got Josh Jackson to be a two-way player. He ain't playing two ways.
I didn't really see too much development with him at all last year. But it's a new year.
He got a new year, and like I said, they're a bunch of kids. They were a bunch of kids, and everybody can. You're not going to get you on them. Them are anomalies. Them happen once every 10 years, every 15. So you got to look somebody that can fit, like Devin Booker. Yeah, you signed that money. I know that's some big money, but it's other places you could went through, and you didn't have to be the man. You can just be yourself, because he's a scorer.
Yeah. To a certain degree, I understand, because Devin Booker is a dominating special talent in the NBA. He can easily average about 30 points one of these upcoming seasons. And Phoenix, he fits them. He looks right in that uniform, but I understand where you come from. He could have went somewhere else in the later years and possibly win a championship, be close to a champ, something. I was kind of hoping, the Cavs could eventually have traded for him, because they claim things weren't going right with him and somebody else, or somebody could have got him.
He had the option to do. He's under contract this year. It wasn't no rush for him to sign that extension.
I think the money,
the money's gonna be the same.
Yeah,
but I know that's guaranteed.
He could have got more though. Crazy
if he stayed, because he could have got an extra year, right? Because he got 5, so he would have got 5. So if he would have just played this year, but see, you know what? I gotta think about it. Is what you call it, Isaiah Thomas. What happened? I get hurt. I don't get no more. Get it happen with Boogie. You got to think about that, and that's $158 million on right there.
But why he did take the money, because the money is guaranteed, and if he do get hurt, at least he's still getting paid, and he's still young. He got plenty of time. Because you realize he's still gonna be under 30 years old when that contract is up. He can go anywhere with the raw talent he has. So he got time. He got plenty of time.
They can put something together. They got to get the right coaching staff together with they need the right coaching staff. I don't know who he is. He probably is it one to do from, I think he from France or some shit. or some shit
Um,
like that
oh,
overseas. That's why I think he went.
the interim coach they just hired on after they let go. And the last coach, yeah,
Yeah,
I
see, I
know he
think
looked
that's what.
like. I don't know his name.
Yeah, because they let Earl. I
They,
don't know why they let Earl go, but think about it is
I have
you
no
can't.
idea.
My thing is, why would you fire somebody? Um, why would you fire somebody where he don't have nothing to work with? You gotta, you can't make magic.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. We'll see. I did prefer Booker somewhere else though because I don't know I don't believe that the Phoenix Suns organization know what they're doing at least coaching wise. I do say they are drafty good. They're drafting fine. They are, but
Yeah, you don't have
with
to
the
draft right. You're gonna have to start drafting right. Like we had to. My Lakers had to start drafting right. You have to start fixing
Lakers,
play.
I mean, I don't think the Lakers necessarily drafted wrong. If you think about it, but Philly, Boston, Lakers, even Phoenix, them four organizations to me is the top organizations that have been drafting pretty good throughout the few years. You know, Philly they brought in Ben Simmons, they brought in Covington, they brought in Joel Embiid. They putting pieces together. You know what I'm saying? That can mesh instead of all drafting. Okay, let's draft all point guard. Let's go all shoot guard. Let's go all players that pretty much play the same position. Now, I one thing I don't understand about the Lakers, don't get me wrong, Brandon Ingram and Kyle Kuzma to me is kind of like the same players, but I don't know what they plan to do.
What's he think about?
Lonzo though was fine though, because he could get
Yeah,
both of them going because he's a passer.
but see, I tell people with Kuzma, Kuzma was probably like I saw Kuzma. Kuzma played in the Pac-12. Kuzma was dog shit, and
Yeah,
I mean I ain't talking about super. I'm like he wasn't that, but guess what? It was the it was the coaching and the system that he was in. But I guess
right,
when the
right.
Lakers brought him in and saw he was running, like okay, we can go steal him. There's nothing wrong with stealing him. But see, that's what people got to understand. Uh,
Though
uh,
it could be
like
Luke
even
Walton's system
Donovan
as
Mitchell,
well
yeah,
though.
yeah, like Donovan Mitchell, and he shocked me because he was cool, but he wasn't like that okay that must have because
Okay,
I
he
watched him
was
summer
pretty
league,
good in Louisville. He was pretty.
yeah,
I
but I
put
watched him in summer league. I watched him in
was
summer league, and he was like okay, he was cool. But I tell people this with the NBA, it's so many college basketball teams you can't watch everybody,
yeah.
can't see everybody.
I only
That's why they
watch it
have
when it's
scouts. You scout this.
March Madness. That's it.
I watch
I
Mark
watch.
Madison, but still half them players I don't know unless they in the Pac-12. Half of them I don't know.
Yeah.
Unless you go play for Duke, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisville, saying some Georgetown, somebody that I already know. I like West Coast, I can probably know. I don't know what you call it. Used to tell me that your boy what you call it, Young was balling at OU.
Oh yeah, he was.
I'm going off of you. You saying he putting up this and he putting up that. The
Yeah.
time that they came on, I couldn't see them
Yeah. Oh,
because they in the
well, everybody in the nation know about Trey Young because Trey Young is the only, I mean, the only college player that averaged top 10. He's the only one to do that. Yeah, he said some might have his little rough ending because of his injury, and he was trying to force things, but then games at OU that he took over completely. Matter of fact, he is one of the only rookies that dropped like 40 points alone in a freaking college sports game. Like he did some numbers, and Trey Young, I don't want people to fall asleep on him. He can be really good. And I think he still is. This is only his first year. He haven't even started his first NBA game. But to already, do what he did in college, he's having a rough start to summer league. I know yesterday he played somewhat better. He had like 22 and 11 assists. To get 11 assists, period, already starting an NBA game is a good sign. A lot of people compare him to Curry, and I do believe that he is a type player. It might take a year or so to really get there, but he's going to be a star because he can shoot from God knows where. Anytime you can shoot like that for success, you're bound for it because can't nobody leave you open for nothing. And everybody know by the lack of defense, eventually he'll get himself going.
Yeah, but Atlanta gonna have to put some pieces together. They got money. I got Lou Dane they
Yeah,
can have. You know what I'm
no,
saying?
hell
I
no.
got Lou
Send me
Dane. I got Lou
his
Dane. I need him.
contract
I need that. I
and
need that
burn
money
it.
off my books. Yeah, but Atlanta's not that to me. It's not that crazy. That people expect. But you got to put some pieces around them. I don't know who's coaching them now.
Yeah. I have
Um,
no idea what's going on Atlanta
you
Hawks.
know,
Me honestly, I am upset that Trey Young couldn't go to Orlando or could. I told everybody I had a gut feeling that Trey everybody wanted to say he was gonna drop, and they was probably saying the Cavs was gonna grab him because they did a secret workout with him, but he got drafted number 5, and I told people that's accurate. That's very accurate. He was a dominant player, very dominant. But we'll see what Atlanta. They're trying to trade Dennis Schroeder right now because he wants off
yeah.
the team. They want him off the team, but nobody going on with that. Haven't heard any updates with it at all. So I don't know. We'll see.
It's been crazy in these NBA streets.
Well, sure. We could finish on then. We could probably jump to NFL last, or not even NFL. Let's go to Major League Baseball last, but let's do with some of these free agent signings. I know recently they reported yesterday or today that Zaza Pachulia is going to Detroit. Mister want to break people ankles and legs. Just pray for him.
Yeah,
They
Brooke,
did
Brooke going
Brooke
somewhere.
Lopez
Lopez.
to Milwaukee.
Yeah,
That's a good
that's not
pickup for
bad
Milwaukee.
because he can pick and roll all day, pick and pop.
All day long. That is gonna be. I don't. Milwaukee might be very scary next year. Boston still better watch out.
People want
No,
to know Boston. I'm not knowing them yet because I want to see them other two parts in it. I want to see the other two parts. I want to see Kyrie and I want to see Gordon working together with
I don't think
young
they
guys.
fit that system. If you ask me,
I want to see that. I want to see that happen, or because them young boys prove
mm,
something. They prove like,
I
hey, we can
think
play pound for
well,
pound with
call me
anybody.
crazy, man. They need to trade Kyrie and Gordon Hayward immediately after what they just witnessed.
But see, it's
That
going hard to
young
quote Hayward. It's
Boston
going hard to
Celtics
get him because he's off injury. So what you gonna get for him? Both of them off injuries.
right here
So
mid-season.
yeah, I'll be on the phone with New York. I'll go send Kyrie back to New York. That's what your home is.
What
And
says
and I
it
was
that
telling
that's where he wants to go?
Megan them in the JOH sports podcast. I was like, I just want draft picks. Give me draft picks and a
Yeah.
couple of expiring contracts, and you can throw in. Matter of fact, throw in what you call it, Junior in that bad boy. You know what I'm saying? Tim Hardaway Jr. in there, so I give me another shooter,
I
and
forgot
we
about
cool.
him.
And I said we
Forgot about
cool.
Hardaway. I think Hardaway got
So
hurt last season.
I say give me that, and then you can have Kyrie,
Boston.
and it's up to Kyrie to sign right now. Gordon
I don't
Hayward gonna
know.
be hard.
I was talking with Mega earlier today, and I told him two things that I do not understand that the Boston Celtics organization is doing. You have two younger superstars, Gordon Hayward. Actually, three. Horford's older though. You have three All Stars: Horford, Kyrie, and Gordon Hayward. When you put those pieces together with the Morris twin as well, that's possibly building a win now situation. You know what I'm saying? But you have four other young guys. You got Tatum, you got Marcus Smart, Terry Rozier. Who I'm missing, Bo? I know I'm missing something.
We got
Yeah, those
Jalen
four
Brown.
exactly. You have those four young guys who can ball out and took us all the way to 7 games and almost go to the NBA Finals. So you have a rebuilding situation meshed together with a win now situation. Boston Celtics, honestly, to me, is fools. They need to figure out what they're really doing with their team. and their organization. I don't believe the way those young guys. I don't believe that they're gonna mesh well together, even with Gordon Hayward and Kyrie Irving. It's gonna take away from Tatum's growth. It's gonna take away from Terry Rozier's growth. Marcus Smart to me is not the hottest player, but he is a defensive player. He's very intense on the floor. So it's like I don't know. I think Boston is need to trade Kyrie Gordon Hayward, or if you want to do the win now situation, trade away a couple of the young pieces, except for Tatum. I'll at least keep Tatum. I will have him untouchable. Boston has millions of assets. They have draft picks. I mean, they could have went after somebody like a Kawhi Leonard. They
But
could
you,
have went after. You could have
Kawhi
went
may be
after
a one and
AD.
done.
Well, don't nobody know what he gonna do. He's up in the air.
Yeah. So my thing is, if you're gonna give up these assets, you know what Pop want. Pop want all the money. He want the
Yeah.
bank for him. You're not getting the bank for him because he's not guaranteed to come back to but a couple of teams. It's word on the street he'll go to the Sixers and sign an extension, but I don't believe that myself.
I don't think he. I
And I
think he
think San
will.
Antonio's throwing a lot of this shit out too. But the longer they keep on him, the bang for his buck is gonna go down and down and down. And a lot of teams ain't gonna want to give up the assets for that. You can go pick up, you can
Yeah,
go get something else. You can go throw assets to another team that got a good player and give at least
yeah.
that person under contract. You ain't got to go
I
on
don't
no
know.
bidding wars. You ain't got to do the
Yeah.
Paul George sweepstakes, the LeBron. So you ain't got to do
Um,
nothing. At least you got under contract, and then you can sit there and say, if you sign, if you do come, I got an extension sitting right here ready for you. So you
the
get your
best
money.
option Kawhi to go is a possible win now situation, like a swap for a young star and maybe a draft pick. That's not unloading the whole truck for him. Boston have the assets. Philly kind of, maybe they have some type of assets, but not like Boston. Lakers have some type of assets, but it's like,
But they wanted too
uh,
much for us. I'm not giving you Kuzma. I'm not giving you Kuzma, Hart, and Ingram,
well,
and two
Hart.
draft
I
picks.
mean, if you really think about it, everybody so claim really believe all the rumors that's been out about him wanting to be in LA. Why wouldn't you give up a heart for Kawhi Leonard to
I'm not
match
giving
with
up, but I'm not
LeBron?
giving up three players
You don't have to give
into
up three players.
no, they want
Yeah,
no. This is what they wanted. This is what's reported they wanted. They wanted Kuzma, Ingram, Hart, and two first round draft picks.
well, I guess they trying to hold on to Kawhi Leonard. To be honest, that's
So
what it
to
looks
me,
like.
that's too much.
It is too much. I totally
So too
agree
much,
with
and
you.
especially if I get him for free, I can get him for free next off season. So you can keep him all. You
That's
gonna get
if
you
though,
gonna get the James
Bone.
Harden. You gonna get
That
the
that
James Harden, or you gonna send him somebody, a person like okay,
you
perfect
know what
example.
though,
Guess who will give up some money for him?
Bone.
Milwaukee will give San Antonio something.
Hmm.
Then some,
Mm-hmm.
give them something. It's gonna be a low bone team that's gonna give them something, but they're only gonna be a rental. The Heat
Well,
can
I
probably
do
give them
put it
something. It's
this
gonna be a
way.
rental.
I personally put it this way: with the whole Kawhi Leonard situation, there is no guarantee that he is going to hop to the Lakers next offseason. And in my personal opinion, I don't see it happening at all. The whole LeBron going to LA, that was more of a prep. I think he was kind of trapped by nobody wanting to join him here in Cleveland. Nobody knows the real reasons why. Some people think that people don't want to play with LeBron now. Some people think it's the city. I think it's a lot of different things meshed together. He couldn't really rebuild back into that championship team here in Cleveland. So they only said his only options where he did have his businesses in homes and can possibly see himself living long term outside of Cleveland because Cleveland is a small regular city and then it's a messed up city. So I think the whole LeBron to the Lakers was actually kind of on luck because if LeBron could have got Paul George and other people here, that Lakers situation never would have happened. So like even with Paul George, LeBron let Paul George make his decision first, and he went back to Oklahoma. He could have went to LeBron. So all that is up in the air.
Yeah, but
So is
see,
it
but
is
Paul
that
George didn't come. For one reason, Paul George didn't come because he know it's more easier. See, Paul George. Everybody say Paul George and Kawhi is from LA. No, they from suburbs. So Paul George is from Palmdale. That's where my son stays at. It's an hour, about 10 minutes away from the major city of LA. So it's way quieter. It's way smaller. You know what I'm saying? It's you can walk down the street. It's just hot as hell and it's cold as hell, just like OKC.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He don't have to think about it. In OKC is what them people love him. Out think about the LA media. LA and New York media is one of the strongest. Man, they pick and choose, nick and pick on
Yeah.
everything. So
Have
you
you
got to
seen
put
what's
that
been
into it.
going on lately though? With the whole the guy that put up the LeBron poster on some building or something, and one of the guys that LeBron came there, he spray painted over it some very arrogant type of things.
Oh no, that
So I
wasn't him.
mean,
That wasn't. That's a wall. That wasn't a spray paint. That
yeah,
was a wall. That was a mural that a guy sit there on his own and spray painted. That was
yeah,
an
that's
artist
and
that
he
did
has
that.
yeah, artist had did it and he did it mighty quick. I don't know how they got that done that quick, but and I don't know, but you know, Cleveland's the same way as well with certain players. One minute we don't because the expectations are very high. Just like New York. I mean, look at how they are when people get drafted there. If they don't know who they are, they start booing them. You know what I'm saying? Los Angeles have nothing but a crap full of legends that play there on top of championship. So if you go there and don't live up to the demands, people start disliking you there.
Yeah.
So it's
So
certain cities, it is high expectations. To me, there's not many cities like that in sports. It's really just Cleveland, I'll say LA and New York. All the rest of them is just like whatever.
yeah. So that's what I feel like. And and think about it is I didn't never wanted him and Paul George. I wanted him and Boogie. I figured they would have fit. That's Boogie was killing before he got hurt. And then
Right.
people getting mad. Why LA didn't get Boogie? You don't
Well,
need to get
nobody
Boogie
really
right now.
knows.
You
Nobody
don't
really
need to get
knows.
Boogie right now because Boogie ain't playing until damn near February. He coming off. He's not going to be the same. Look at
I,
everybody that had that injury. It took them a year and a half to get back to the same or close to the same. Some people don't even come back the same. And Boogie's a center. He got weight on him. So my thing is, I know he's rehabbing, he's trying hard, but then he can go up to. He benefited himself because he can go up to Golden State and Mike is still a championship.
yeah.
And then next season, the Lakers got all that money because everybody on 1 year deals that we didn't sign new, all on 1 year deals. And then you just, saying you can open up the bank to him and no hard feelings. He's on a tryout. And then they don't really need him like that. So then you got your second play. You're gonna have to be
Well,
everybody wants to be in a hurry, in a rush.
next off season, a lot might shake up next off season. You know, Warriors, couple of their players are getting ready to be free agents and kept
Clay is
signing
free.
weird
So if
deals,
say he
and
won't play, Clay come
and
back home.
so we don't really know we'll see what happens next off season. But I do believe in next upcoming season or two, Kevin Durant will not be on the Golden State Warriors. I believe he just used them to get the championships and to beat LeBron because he knew he couldn't beat LeBron on OKC with the team they currently have, which is him and Russell. I didn't see it happen at all. So it's everything is up in the air for the next off season. We will see what happens. Things is looking very rough for LeBron over there. I don't know what's going to happen as far as them making the playoffs or I don't know. We do know they won't make the
I
playoffs.
like what they put around him. You know what I'm saying? You got Rondo that can help ball, saying be that hall. I like this is what I did like yesterday when I did watch the Lakers game. You had the coach, the GM, you had KCP, you had Ball, you had Kuzma, and you had who crazy man from that we got from Golden State. They was all kicking
Oh
together,
God.
laughing, joking, looking at it. They go to the
Question
summer
though.
league bench. They go to the
Question
summer
though,
league bench.
Ball. This is
Uh-huh.
one thing me and Mega talked about earlier. Where is LeBron in all of this?
What you mean where he at?
Where has he
He in
been
Italy.
at?
He in Italy.
No,
He's
no. That's not what I'm talking about. about.
What you mean?
Signed with the Los Angeles Lakers. Well, he didn't sign his contract yet, but when he agreed to
He
it,
didn't sign it already. He signed it the other day. They just faxed
yeah.
it over.
When he
He said he didn't want
announced,
the he
well,
didn't
he
want
didn't
that.
announce. Clutch Sports announced that he was
Mhm.
going to go to the Lakers. LeBron only posted 1, 2 pictures. It had nothing to do with the Lakers. He also stated he wants no press conference, no media, no nothing. He's nowhere in the summer league, the Lakers. Where is LeBron in the middle of all this? He's not mentioning anything about the Lakers organization, period.
Well, he
So my
want to
whole
be quiet. He want to be quiet. He don't want the attention on. He want the attention on everybody else. He know he
me
soon as he walked,
personally,
soon as
me
he landed
personally,
that day, what day was up? I ain't know. Nobody don't know about the Van Nuys Airport. I do, but nobody don't know that. He didn't even fly into a major airport. That's a small airport. You got to have a private jet.
yeah,
Private jet or
that was
something
his
like that.
private jet. That was his private
Yeah.
jet.
So
But you know, it's
yeah. So
hackers.
you got to.
They trace everything.
Yeah. So you got to. He trying to be low key because I don't guess he don't want the. He wants the attention on everyone else. I guess he don't want it. He don't. He didn't want when he went to Miami and all this other stuff. He didn't want all that. So I don't know if somebody told him that. I don't know if it's a PR thing. Maybe he's trying to change his ways. I don't know.
Oh well, the way he did it the first time, he do regret that. I don't know who idea was to do it like that when he went to Miami. I thought that was the dumbest idea in the
ESPN.
world. Yeah, the whole hype train type of thing. I don't know. But my whole thing is, I just personally feel that LeBron did how with this whole situation. Going to the Lakers. I do believe that he's copping out. Could be wrong. We can see what happens, but it's like the way the NBA looks, it looks really bad for everybody. I did say the mega, the only way there will be somewhat competition for Golden State if the Rockets and OKC swap players between Melo and Ryan Anderson. And some people saying they didn't want Ryan Anderson contract because OKC now is officially the only team in NBA history that has the highest salary tax or
No, they're not.
something.
Yeah, but they're not going to have it anymore because they already they already admit that he's going to get bought out. They just trying
Well,
to
they
find out
no
what type of money.
actually they didn't agree to a buyout just yet. They might be willing to trade him.
Well, who going to trade for him? Who going to trade for Melo? That type of money, $24
I
million
have
dollars.
no idea. If they
You can
do
send him
buy
to
him out,
Siberia.
yeah.
You can go send him. You can go send him to Atlanta. But you forgot he got a no trade clause.
Oh yeah, he sure does have no trade.
Yeah. So it's going to
No, he
be to
don't.
somebody.
Wait, because
Yes,
remember he
he has a
waived
no
his
trade
contract.
clause.
No, he
No, but it
ready
goes
for
still.
New
It was in
York.
effect. He just traded. He just no. It still goes into effect. The other team can't. He
No,
can
he
still.
don't.
He just opened it up for him to go there. Other than that, he can cut it right back on. He
He
has a
can
no
waive
trade
it
clause.
again though. Can't he if he
He
wanted
oh
to?
yeah, if he wants, he can waive it. But what's the odds you gonna waive it? Who you gonna waive it
But
to? Who gonna pick you up for that type of money?
Melo, did you know?
Atlanta got the money.
Did you know Melo actually agreed with they're going to part ways? They didn't say necessarily how
Okay,
a buyout option.
if you waive him, he goes on the waivers, and then it's load him on the total pool to can pick up the waiver. But if you don't, if nobody picks him up on waivers, it's just like you buying him out because you want to pay actually more than
I
buying
don't know.
him
We'll
out.
see how this play out. We'll see how this
Yeah.
play out. I don't know
Might as
how it's
well
going
buy.
to play
I
out.
say I tell people at least give him like 80% of it. Then you ain't have to worry about him anymore.
Yeah, that's so true.
Gonna give him about 80%, and then he off your books, and he can go sign with anybody for the league minimum, for the veterans minimum, because he's a veteran
Yeah,
now. So he gets
yeah, you already,
he got
you already know
5.5.
where he gonna go if he get waived or bought out. He's going straight to Houston.
Well,
I
that's what
just
I heard Chris Paul trying to get him to go to Houston. But then also they got he gets okay. I don't know if Houston using the veterans. I think they got a veterans. I think that he could go because they ain't got Capella back yet.
no, they don't.
They even all compare. They don't compare even a damn contract yet. That's
Mm,
cold. and he kind of pissed about that. The
I don't know
Pelican
what it
go,
is. I think they trying to wait till somebody till he for the cheap, the low, then sign him. Because see, Houston messed up where they gave Chris Paul all that money. I know they was kind of trapped in the corner. You kind of had to bring him back because he and could take them far. But like, dang, that's a lot of money for a guy who gets hurt in aging. Like Chris Paul's what, 34, 35?
but you can go. Chris Paul could have took a 1-1. That's
He honestly
if I were
could. I
telling
think
him,
he was greedy.
man, he could have did a 1-1, but he wanted a max out deal. And to me, you
Uh,
being greedy. That's not a team player.
he,
You could do a 1-1. You could have took a
he,
little bit less too.
that was ridiculous.
Took a
What's
little
his
bit less.
contract?
You got
It's
126,
like what? Chris Paul's
one
tripping.
4
I
years,
don't know.
126. So you didn't put them under handcuffs. I know you want revenge.
Yeah,
I know you want Golden State again. But then about it is, you're not helping out your team.
it's
It's
not
not like
revenge
you,
for me.
Chris
That
Paul.
was stupid.
Chris Paul done made up team millions of dollars. Come on, Chris. You could have took a 1-1, and if say if you get hurt again, and you didn't put them in, and you know you really ain't the Chris Paul anymore. You didn't put them in a hole.
Yeah, he put them in the hole for sure. Him and James Harden is whew,
And Harden
paid too
just
much
signed
money. They
another.
take about at least
Yeah,
80% of the salary cap.
yeah.
And
And
Gerald
remember, he signed
Green,
another extension. It's getting
yeah,
paid.
and Gerald Green, as young as he is, he
Getting
getting
paid
paid like
change.
what, 3 million?
They're getting paid change. He's making more money overseas.
Like this is ridiculous. Mm-mm. They might as well turn this into baseball. Well, they can't do that. Then everybody try to go on one team. I think they do need to go back to
Well, but
original
see, thing
ways.
about it with but see, thing about it with baseball is they don't have a salary cap, but they have if you go over a certain threshold, you don't have to pay this luxury tax that can hit
Right.
and they can hit you real good. So you won't have to if you ain't making that big market team that's making that money like you ain't like the Dodgers or the Yankees. They got guaranteed money coming in them stands. You can get and then because you people
Yeah.
don't understand you got see that's why the NBA players were salaries and stuff like owners was getting all this stuff from commissions, you know, beers, all type of stuff, advertising. They're making money. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So what they paying their players, it wasn't bad. Now they was making they was billionaires. And then if they decided to sell the team, they were making more money than the team. I forgot Doug Gottlieb said this. He said it was crazy. A few years back, the he said the Clippers probably worth about no more than $400 million.
Yeah.
Donald Sterling bought that shit for probably $100 million. If that. It went for what? $2 billion? $1 billion? It went for $1 billion?
Yeah. Pretty much.
That's you know what I'm saying. So you got to think about that. Look at what all these teams worth.
I don't
What you
know.
call
I
it? This
will.
sell for some billions.
Who?
Milwaukee.
Oh yeah. Milwaukee has a really good team. I want
They
to
just got
see
to
them.
find a coach to put that shit together. I
Yeah.
hope they get it put
It,
together.
it's kind of hard, you know. You know that are good. You know, a Mark Jackson. You know, Mike that was in Atlanta. Dwayne Casey. Brad Stevens is a shocker. Somebody coming out of college, sports a few years ago, coming into the league and able to do things, but he developed. So that's a different story. But it's hard to put personnel together. Like the whole Tyronn Lue situation, Billy Donovan. Like nobody would never guess Billy Donovan would have been so bad. Billy Donovan. I don't think he knows what he's doing with the OKC team. They also said that Kevin Durant said they didn't care for him and his coaching, and they proved it over the past couple years, and yet they still hold on to him, thinking he's going to do something. I don't believe he put fear in the players' minds and souls because Russell just carefree does whatever he wants. And when you brought somebody like a Paul George and Melo over there, of course it didn't match. If you would have had Scott Brooks there, that was different. I believe OKC could have went way further if they had Scott Brooks still at the head coaching position.
Yeah, I wouldn't have let Scott Brooks go. I didn't never see why they did that. It doesn't make any sense
Yeah,
to me. But Billy Donovan is a college coach
yeah.
to me, and I
He
and
is.
I explained it the other day, like he's a college coach to me because you know what? You got people coming in, even rookies make more money than you. They
Yeah,
cocky. Where you
yeah.
go, they need you in college. They need you to build them something to something. They really need you. They need you to put if they want to go to the NBA, even if they want to go play overseas. They want you. You need that coach to build your brand. He don't
Oh
need to
yeah.
build their brand.
Exactly.
And people got to deal with
Exactly.
different attitudes. They want kids. You got grown ass men that don't really care
Grown
for you.
men. Grown men that is easily are players on the planet to play the game of basketball. So you have to be careful what type of personnel. Sometimes it's not always just the coaching. It's the fear that the coaches also could put into these men. Like, do you think it's easy coaching somebody like LeBron James? LeBron James is arguably being compared to the best player to ever play the game in Jordan. So you can't have Ron Lue, a Billy Donovan, those type of personnel coaching these type of guys. Somebody who put fear in their heart and make them do what they have to do on the court. The personal problem with the NBA, they're honestly hiring anybody to coach these guys. They're firing head coaches and then putting assistant coaches that have no clue what they're doing to take just like Golden State. When they got rid of Mark Jackson, they didn't bring up another assistant coach. They brought Steve Kerr, who coached alongside with one of the best coaches to ever coach in NBA history. You have to know what you're doing to develop these guys and these organizations to make them into championship organizations.
It's get crazy out here.
Mm, let's see, what other free agents we didn't touch on? There wasn't too much shake in free agency. I see Dwight Howard went to the Wizards. I think that was a good
Yeah.
pickup for them. I think that was a real good pickup for them. Hopefully he can reestablish himself just a little bit. Well, he got a pure point guard now in John Wall. So hey, he
He
was
had a
willing to
point guard
pass
in,
the.
in Charlotte.
He
He
ain't no
don't. No, he better point guard. I mean, him and John Wall to me is like the same.
no, no, they not. Do you really
They
believe
both scoring.
23 to
They
25
both scoring point
points,
guards.
average 18, 19 points, but like 10, 11 assists? It was a complete difference. You're true.
I mean, he just going there. I don't. He got bought out. He just going there. He ain't been the same since that back injury. And it's like he don't have that ump. See, that's what people said they didn't like about him. That's why I
Yeah.
heard they got him out. They got him out of what's called. It's like everything is like a game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he yoked and all that other stuff, but Dwight Howard was on being an all-star. I mean, being a Hall of Famer. I don't know if you're a Hall of Famer no more.
Oh, he'll go down as a Hall of Fame. He will. I guarantee
I
he
don't. To
will.
me, I don't see it like that because he was a beast when he was in Orlando. You know that back entry came, and then you cried when you came there. Like this was just too much. Look how many teams he's been on. Nobody going.
No,
He
we're
went
talking
home to
about Cubs
Atlanta,
and Dodgers.
huh?
What Cubs is better than the Dodgers?
That the Cubs better than
You
the
know,
Dodgers. Nah, the Cubs ain't video game level. Just like to talk. That's my antichrist. If I like something, he gonna like the next.
you know what? You can't speak on our chat. Cubs beat us, so I don't like them. They go jump. Oh no, you tripping? Oh man, we not Chad Wilson just saying LeBron James is good. You tripping? They all great players. They all great. What else happened in free agency? Not too many trades, which is a real big shocker. That is what I'm really shocked about, especially knowing that LeBron moved. and that shook up the whole league. And I'm really surprised there was no raise. I
To
would,
me, it's kind of early. Season will start until the
yeah,
end of October.
yeah,
You know, you trades that was in all the trades that was happening at the draft. I was like, damn. Like old boy thought he was gonna go home and play with the Sixers. 5 minutes later, and his ass is on his ass away to Phoenix.
who
I forgot his mom works for the Sixers. I forgot he was the
really?
Sixers. He was the Sixers number one. Was the Sixers pick. His mom works in. His mom's is head of human relate. Him and she hired people. She the HNIC. Let's put it that way. You say the word.
Okay,
Um, Human resources. She's a VP of human resources. So he been around them and all that, and she's crying and everything. And then about 10 minutes later, his ass traded to the desert to Phoenix.
oh wow. I
So
might know who you're talking about.
man, so I'm like, it was a lot of trades going. People was getting drafted even though they was traded already. And see,
Yeah,
that's social media. We knew you. How the hell you don't know you getting traded? You getting traded like you got this hat on, but you know you just got traded, right? Like, huh? I just got traded. Where I'm gonna go to?
yeah,
Where? That is crazy.
yes. It's like how Trey got traded. I think he was supposed to get drafted, but then he was traded to Atlanta. It was a couple trades that happened in the
But you know,
draft.
it felt more what you call it to me. It felt like more NFL. Because in the
Yeah,
NFL, I might call you with the Browns. I'm like, you pick him. I want to pick him, and I give you this and this for you picking him because I want to make sure I get him. And who do you want? Because we already know on the board, none of these people need this player. But I'm up. And if it don't, you can keep that player. And that's how it was seeming that it was
yeah.
going.
It kind of did seem like that. I was shocked because I was at work when everything was happening. I just kept seeing like trade, trade. I was like, okay, what is going on? Hey, but we'll take it. Some shake up the league a little bit, little something. I am excited for all these young guys. The young guys that have been in the league the past couple seasons, and the ones that just came in. We have a lot of talent out there, and it's really good because eventually they will be the ones, knocking off from these older players that's somewhat messing up the NBA, especially to Golden State Warriors. So excited about that. But let's jump into the Major League Baseball. They just Bone, what all stars from the Dodgers was picked?
Right now, we got Matt Kemp and we got a closer Jensen, and then we're trying to get Muncy in. I think it's like a last. It's like that last thing they do for the week.
Okay.
They put like 3 players in there. It was close to getting in, and they put the 3 players from each league, 3 players from each league, and then we got to revote. And so whoever get the highest, they'll get in as a alternate.
Okay. Okay. Well, for the Indians, Jose Ramirez, Francisco Lindor, Michael Bradley, Corey Kluber, and Trevor Bauer. I don't know how the word he got in. I don't really care for him. But it is what it is. 5 All Stars for the Cleveland Indians. That's what I'm talking about. And first team in multiple back-to-back seasons. I had that many All-Stars, on the roster. We'll see what happens with baseball later on.
It's
And
early. I tell people it's early.
that's
It's
the
about
only thing about baseball. That's the only thing about baseball. Definitely looking to purchase one of those All-Star jerseys. Hopefully, I can get it cheap somewhere. But I saw those jerseys running for about $150. Like, oh my goodness.
and baseball jerseys get up there.
Yeah, they're worth it though. They look real nice. Anything else you want to do before we close it out?
No, we went about like an hour.
Yeah. So next
So
week we definitely want to talk a little more about some football. What's gonna go on in football. What we think of expectations for who making playoffs, expectations on the Super Bowl. Definitely wanted to touch on some more with some basketball. High expectations for certain teams. Definitely with the Golden State Warriors picking up DeMarcus Cousins. A lot of different things we do want to touch on next week if we can get it going next week. I don't know what Bones doing. So, that's that.
Yeah, we try to, not every week, every other week, and then I got Made with the JOH Sports Podcast with them. So we're just trying to change up things, bringing out more different entertainment. This is gaming. It's just sports gaming. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we have a gambling section where we will bet on and this and that, and what will we do with that? Might
So
do
then
something like that. The ESPN doing it.
You gonna owe me money then?
How owe you money?
You know I'm gonna win. No, you don't. No, you don't.
You owe me money from 2 years ago when I was in Vegas and I picked your calves. They don't never cover the spread.
Oh,
messed
Jesus.
up my parlay.
That spread, see, after you did that spread that 1 year, I said I would never touch anything like that ever. That's something I would never touch.
5 teams. I had a 5-team spread. I think I spent $20 to win me $260. I had a parlay. She was the only team that can do it. But I usually don't do most of my gambling until really college football season. And basketball still going on because I can interchange the bets. But college football, I'm going that first week. I'm going in deep because I'm about to go pick OU. You know what I'm saying? Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? North Minnesota State, and I'm taking the points.
Oh Jesus!
I'm gonna go on a cold parlay.
We're gonna let him do him. Anywho, we will be back in the next week or next 2 weeks. We will definitely post on Twitter, Facebook. Next time we will be doing this. Hopefully soon, because Bone just trying to do everything like he run these streets. But anywho, that's it for today.
Yeah.